If you are listening to our podcast, chances are you are a business owner. However, it's likely you don't think of yourself that way. You probably identify yourself by the service you provide. So today, I'm so excited for you to meet my business coach, Lee Gray. She's going to give you some powerful insights that you can start using in your business today. Welcome to Sweet Independence, the podcast for beauty professionals ready to build the business of their dreams. I'm Kristen Kinzel, founder of Utopia Modern Salon Suites. With 34 years in this industry, I've seen firsthand the power of independence and community. We'll ditch the stress, unlock your potential, and give you the clarity and confidence to thrive. Get ready to transform your career and build the fulfilling life you deserve. Your flourishing future starts now. Welcome, Lee. Thank you for being here on my podcast. I've been so excited about this. You are a dear friend, my business coach, and this is so fun.
Thank you.
Today, we get the pleasure of being in one of our salons. We're in our first Utopia Modern Salon Suites building that we built, and Tatum's Suite, which she calls her business Pink Hazel Salon, was one of our first tenants. She's been with us since we opened, and she also happens to be your hairstylist.
She is.
So you must feel real at home here.
I do. I love it. I think one of the things I really like about Utopia Modern Salon Suites is everyone has their own, look. And I love Tatum. She's clean and crisp and everything's in its place. And that's how she does everything. And I just feel really good in here when I'm here. Yeah, it's fun.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to do your hair today, but tell us about you and how you got to where you are.
Well, I own a business coaching firm, ActionCOACH Business Coaching, and you're a client. We're located in Wichita, Kansas. ActionCOACH Business Coaching is a franchise organization. It's the number one coaching firm in the world with over 1,000 coaches around the world, and we work in over 85 countries, and we have systems that we have used over and over again successfully with many, many clients. We just launched a new software that people can input all of their dashboard data for their business. And so we're integrating tools to help with the coaching process. And as that goes, it's been very exciting to have that. I mean, the way of the world is they want more information. So I have that. I also have a podcast that I do. I'm a podcaster. My podcast is Second Act Business Owner Podcast. And so I'm a business owner and I am a podcaster, do a lot of public speaking, and I'm also an author of a book. And what got me here is I've always had businesses on the side. I have a degree in organizational leadership and management, which you would think is, that fits really well with coaching, but it really doesn't. What fits well with coaching is being a good coach and learning and helping your clients and understanding where they are in their mindset so that you can, move the process along with them. But that's what I do. And so I've always had businesses on the side. When I lost my job at the age of 50, started this business at 51. We have that in common. I decided I was never going to work somewhere where someone could control my life. I'm going to work for the biggest idiot of all, me. And I haven't looked back. I'm really glad. I'm a top coach in ActionCOACH. I'm in the top 25 in the United States. Very proud of that. And what we do for our clients is really actually amazing. A little bit about me.
Thanks. Well, you are so much like myself and all of our beauty professionals who work at Utopia. Yeah. We don't want to work for someone else. We don't want to run the risk of getting fired or be told we can't take Friday off if we want to. We want to be in control of those things. So we always kind of joke that we would be terrible employees at this point. We would all get fired.
Yes.
Yeah. So I became a client of yours when I had opened my first salon and was ready to open my second one and didn't know how to.
Right.
And I think that you and I worked well together, so I've got to be one of your ideal clients.
Oh, you are.
But
ideal client.
But who do you like to work with? What types of business owners?
That's a really great question. And it took us some time to get really clear on that. There are some financial places a business needs to be in order for us to really help them. And so I don't work with micro businesses or teeny tiny businesses. There's other resources that I can recommend for people to do that. Our ideal client is 3 or 4 employees, at least $300,000 or $400,000 in revenue. And the reason for that is they've got to have enough to start with so that they can get some runway to take the business off. Now, if someone comes to me and is very early on, which we do work with clients very early on who have an operating budget and they have a big plan for a good amount of revenue, we'll bring those people on. But I want to work with people who have a team and who want to bring a team on, because we specialize in helping people transition to owner, to CEO, to working on the business instead of in the business so much. So I want to work with people who have a team so I can help them leverage that team. Now, I have some very successful clients. You don't have a large employee team, and you still are our ideal client for a couple of reasons. The financial things all fit, but your mindset, you have a growth mindset. And I'm looking for that. In fact, we give our clients some little tests and things that they do before we come together with them, because if they're not going to work hard in the beginning, they're not going to want to work hard when things are tough. And things do get tough when we're trying to grow our business or scale or sell or whatever.
So the beauty professionals that come to us and want to lease a suite and be a part of our community all come from different places.
Right.
We've got people who are just pretty early out of school, beginning their business, and they want to take the leap and open a suite and be independent right away. Sometimes that goes really well for them. It's a lot of work, but I've seen them be very successful. We've got people who have owned big salons and spas who close it down and come here because they just want to take care of their clients. We have every kind. And then we have those who start from scratch, build here, and then this is their launch pad.
Yeah,
this is where they go for their second act, for their next big thing. And I love watching that. You know, I think a lot of times people think, oh, aren't you upset that they're leaving? But there's nothing more exciting to see. Yeah. So one of our very first tenants who leased with us when we were building our very first building is a girl named Mackenzie. And she's a nurse practitioner who at the time was working in a urology clinic and just starting out her practice here at Utopia. And it was the coolest thing to watch her for, I want to say 3 years, build that business. And now she owns a brick and mortar spa with employees, and she's doing very well. And the reason I bring this story up is because I watched her starting and growing, and then I saw the point where she hired you and brought in systems, a lot of organization. She did a lot of work. She did a lot of mindset work. I watched her evolve into, you know, a nurse starting a very tiny, small business to someone who has confidence and success and owns a really beautiful med spa today.
It is a great story.
So seeing that is so inspiring. And I want everyone who comes to Utopia to know that if this is their last stop and they just want to write out their career here, that's great. But also if this is a springboard for the next thing, that's great too. I know Tatum, who does your hair, she's super successful. She's a mom. She juggles all the things. She's got her, you know, she's very involved in her school, in her kids. She runs a very, very structured business. She's very skilled. And I think she has one of the most beautiful work-life balance examples that I see in our salons. She really stands out that way. But all that said, what do you see when you're looking at these beauty professionals, wherever they're starting at Utopia and wherever they're planning to go? What are the most important things that you as a coach comes to mind, like they need to know this, and this?
Well, I think the one of the most important things is to stay on top of the things in your industry. Just because you start a business doesn't mean you don't continue to learn. So whatever that is, like my coaching business, I'm educating myself constantly. Now, the beauty pros, many of them are going to go back for technique stuff, and I think that's great. But they want to keep on top of that and tell their clients those kinds of things. It's really important when you're getting educated to say, hey, I've invested my some time and money into a new product, new service. I'm very excited about that. So that's one thing.
What can that do for them when they share that with their client, when they're investing and they're sharing it? Where does that take
really
them?
Good? It gives them confidence, and it also tells their customers that they're interested in maintaining or becoming better at their craft. And it's important to let people know. Oftentimes we do something and we don't tell people, but we want other people to know because they don't know. The other thing they can do is have some kind of guarantee among their business. Maybe a guarantee in this industry, like with your pros, could be that, you know, I call you back within 24 hours if you need if you call me. I mean, no one would be expected to have a turn on anytime sooner than that, but you could guarantee something like that and really elevate your practice as a solopreneur here in a suite. You could separate yourself from all the other people in town, in the state, whatever, just by doing a handful of things that set you apart. Continuous education, letting people know about the education that you get, and then setting some guarantees around your business. That can really set you apart. I mean, you can guarantee the end result of your hair, and or whatever the service is.
Yeah.
So with the gal that we were talking about earlier, what I saw her do was she would commit to doing something every single week, which means over 52 weeks, she accomplished 52 things. Some were big, some were small, but it was consistent. So where is the consistency with your professionals here at Utopia Modern Salon Suites that they're doing to continuously improve? Hopefully that answered some of that.
So all of our beauty professionals are here to make a living.
Yeah.
And most of them love it. A lot of them do it for the love. But at the end of the day, we're all here to make money.
Amen.
Pay our bills, go on vacation,
right?
Whatever, save for retirement, hopefully. What would your advice be to them to how they can really maximize their income?
I'm so glad you asked. Oftentimes, especially in a service caring industry, sometimes we get so much care involved in what we do. We don't think about the business side of things. And first thing I would tell all of the pros and all the people listening to this podcast to raise your prices. Raise your prices. Did I just say that? Yes. I say, profit is not a bad thing. If we're not profitable, we can't be here. If you haven't raised your prices in 6 months, it's time to raise your prices. And you need to do it more often than less often, because if you go from a $100 service to, oh gosh, I need to raise it $25, sometimes that can be a little much. But if you do it incrementally, most people don't notice it. I mean, do you know how much a gallon of milk costs? Nobody knows how much a gallon of milk costs. I really don't.
Coffee. I mean, you drive through and get a coffee. I don't know.
Who knows? $5, $8, $12. Who knows?
If it changed, I would never notice.
It is. Same here. And then the other thing too, for everyone in a Utopia Modern Salon Suite, what kind of added value is there that you come in here? Like when I come in here with Tatum, she puts me there when she does the shampoo, and she puts this hot towel around me and covers my eyes and rubs my head. And I'm like, okay, this isn't what I thought I was going to get, but I feel so wonderful when she does that. So that's something that's added value. Doesn't really cost her anything. I'm already in the chair or I'm already in the bowl. So what can you do to add value to your clients that doesn't cost anything if you're already in the room? And that's the thing that people will remember.
And sometimes I think it's just as simple as showing up on time, appearing like you're here to work.
Yes. You should look at like your very best client.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love that advice. So they should
look like your very best client. If your very best client, is higher end or whatever. I mean, you don't have to get dressed up anymore these days. Right. It's pretty casual, upscale,
put
casual.
Together. Look like you tried.
Yeah, put your jewelry on. Make sure you have your makeup and everything, and your hair. If your hair isn't done, you need to do your face. If you're selling facial products, put your face on. Make your face look more beautiful than I want to look like you when you're working on me, and that's so important. And the being on time. The other things that Tatum does is she has the little snacks here. And always offers me one. I sometimes take them, sometimes I don't. And that's memorable because, oftentimes, especially women, we come in to have our services done and we're exhausted.
And we've been here for 3 hours.
We're here for 3 hours and we haven't eaten anything. And so she gets us a nice coffee, which you have these beautiful, the setup, you have that coffee bar and you have the tea and the water and all that, which is so nice. I love that when I come here and experience. The other thing I want the pros to know about is the products behind me. If you are putting a product on my hair, I need to see it. Show it to me. Tell me about it. Let me smell it. Do you like the smell of it? Talk about the product so that I can buy it from you. Then you can guarantee the results that you are providing with my cut and all the other services. I over the years, I've had, I don't know how many cuts, and very, very few people have ever offered me the product. So if you're putting 3 or 4 products on my hair, I should be buying those products from you throughout the year.
Or you won't get the same results at home and you
result.
won't be happy.
And
then that comes back to, in your case, the hairstylist.
It does, and the added value. And that's going to add, maybe, let's say my hair service is $100 for simplicity, and I buy a $20 product. I now have a $120 average sale instead of $100. And my client's getting what they need. And it does not oversell. It is not overselling when you show someone what product you're putting on their hair and recommend it to them. The hairspray, the conditioner, all of it. Yes. Yeah. So I would say that. So find something that you can add value, like the massage or the whatever your service is, add value while I'm already here, and then raise your prices every 6 months. And, everything's gone up. I mean, as we're having this conversation today, gas prices are through the roof. Everybody's costing more to get where they want to go. It costs more to get products to the door, blah, blah, blah. So people understand there's a price increase from time to time. Yeah. So price increase, add value, add transactions to everything you do, and offer great service by doing it, by giving me the products, recommending products that are going to make my hair be the way I want it to be, that you prepare my hair for me and it looks good, or my skin looks good, and I want it to stay that way.
So a lot of the services that are provided here at Utopia, whether they be haircuts, facials, even Botox injections, all these things are to some degree a commodity. Anybody can do it. But what is it that sets people apart so that they're the one who's chosen, so that they can build the clientele and retain the clientele? What would you say to them so they're not just another person who does a great haircut or gives a very relaxing facial?
Those are really great questions. And yes, it's a commodity, but we do have to differentiate. And so how do we do that? I think that's what you're asking. And first of all, when someone calls, Botox is a good example, a really good example of someone calling saying, how much per unit?
How much
per unit? That's the number. Well, it depends. Can I ask you some questions? Because I want to make sure that that we get the results that you're looking for. Tell me a little bit about your skin. How long has it been since have you ever had a treatment before? And I also want to let you know that we do not use a non-Botox product. We are literally using, you want to tell them if you're using Botox, that it's not Dysport or some other product that is.
Which those products are fine too,
Those products are fine. I just say, tell them what you're using and how you're trained on it and why you've chosen it for their skin. That's the most important thing.
I think people are afraid to do that because they feel like they're selling or bragging or promoting themselves.
It's just the opposite.
It is, and I love this coming from you as a very experienced, successful business coach, but also as a client.
Yeah.
You are a service receiver.
I am. And then I also love the reminders to come back. I am not offended when someone sends me a text and says, hey, we miss you. It's been a while since you've been back. It's time. I think we need to over-communicate, even though it feels like we're over-communicating. But to the recipient, it doesn't feel that way. And I'm not suggesting you text me every week, ask me about my skin or my hair or from whatever service, but a consistent reach out is absolutely minimal today in this world.
Agree. I feel like as busy working professionals and moms, we just forget. And I mean, there's so many times I think, I need to make a waxing appointment. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. And then I get distracted, and next thing you know, 6 days go by and I still haven't done it. But if that person would reach out to me and say, hey, I haven't seen you. You're due. Do you want to book now? Yes. When can you get me in? And boom, it's done.
I love that. I'll tell you something else that salon pros should be doing, and most are not. And that's social media. I mean, you're in your space. You've got your happy client. They look the best. Let's say it's hair, for example. Sit down and have a conversation with them and put it on Instagram. We're here. And I hate myself on camera. I can't do an interview, blah, blah, blah. You can, and it's outside of your comfort zone. And that's also going to separate you from all the competition because everyone else is afraid to do it. Tell people why you love what you do and what you did to my hair, and Lee wears this hair because of this or whatever. I'm happy to do that for you. Your clients want to support you and promote you. They're right here, doesn't cost anything, and it helps you tell other people without telling other people, why your clients love you.
It also showcases the experience itself.
It does.
I think that would give people FOMO, like, I want to be that person.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, sitting here with this stuff in the background and everything, and it's a private suite where I get my hair done. No one can hear us conversing. It's a great experience. And how do you show that without showing it?
Yeah, that's great advice. So you mentioned that these people should be following up and really staying in contact with their clients for acquiring new clients and retaining them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you that I think a lot of them are going to hear this and think, when am I going to do that? I'm behind the chair. I'm talking all day. I go home. I've got kids, whatever it is. How do you actually help them put that into place as a coach?
It's a good question. So we just need to identify what can be automated, because there are automations that can happen that are really pretty easy. Honestly, a spreadsheet in some cases of all your clients and their birthdays or whatever would be one system. Let's say you want to acknowledge for customer retention my birthday every year. I mean, everyone loves to have someone tell them they're thinking about that. I know, so you could do that in an Excel spreadsheet, and then you could import it into your calendar, something like that. That's one automation that's pretty simple. And you just ask people.
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
And then in your onboarding process, you just need to add it to the questions that you ask when you first onboard. So here, I fill out a form the first time I come in, and I answer questions. And so just add that. When's your birthday? Date and month. You don't have to ask the year. So that's one thing. And then the other thing about automations, and Tatum does a really good job of it here, she schedules my 2 or 3 next appointments when I'm here every time. That way I know what when I'm going to get, and don't get too far behind on that. And then you're built up. You know what your income's going to be.
Automatically sends you reminders.
Yep. It gives me an automatic reminder. It texts me, and I love that about that.
And what I wish people would know who are resistant, a lot of them do use the software that does that. But for those who resist, those things save you so much time in texting and phone calls. Hey, I can't make it. When is my appointment?
Oh my gosh.
I need to change it, whatever. It can all be automated. And so while you're behind the chair or while you're sleeping, people are managing their own appointments.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So find out. That's where an entrepreneur, even a solopreneur, has to learn. You can only earn more if you learn more. And imagine learning more about a system that you can implement into your business that allows you to have 25% more time. And that's probably what it is. If someone's trying to manually take care of their clients through texting and reminders in that way, they're probably spending 25% of their time, they don't even realize it, on that. And it could be automated. They could gain that back.
And they're not getting paid for that.
And they're not getting paid. No. And it may cost them 3, 4, 5 services that they could be doing.
Oh, yeah.
So if you think the software costs more than you doing it, it's not. It's just the opposite.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's a very good question. And the industry has lots of automated products that you can buy, starting at $30, $40 a month, all the way up to a couple $100 a month. But even a couple $100 a month, if it is like having another person help you, is really a great investment for a solopreneur. And you might as well. Not do all the icky work. Who likes it? Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
So let it be automated.
So I began working with you when I was still behind the chair and getting ready to open our second location. And you were very helpful to me as a solopreneur and also as someone building the suites business. One of the very first things we worked on, and I actually enjoyed it, I think some people may resist it, but I think it was great, is mindset shifts and perception of myself. You worked hard on my confidence. You worked hard on just the way I think about things and the way I do things. And you taught me how to be a leader. So these people someone like Mackenzie, who's going to go open her own spa, definitely, I'm sure that was extremely valuable to her as well. But what I do see is that people come in here and they've been in a commission salon or a spa or even working from their home or whatever. And now that they're here and they are leasing these 4 walls, they've branded it beautifully, they've decorated it, they've invested a lot of money and a lot of time. Sometimes it's hard for me to get them to view themselves as now they're business owners. What advice do you have for them about mind shift and confidence and all those things?
Those are really important things. First thing, Kristen, I think, is to coach them that when you ask someone, what do you do for a living? Let me ask you, what do you do for a living, Kristen? What do you do?
You're asking me? Well, for years I said I do hair.
Yes.
And that's how I identified myself and who I was. Now I say I support independent beauty professionals by providing a community and a space for them to be business owners.
I love that. So if I am in a salon suite, I own a salon business. I own a salon business I own a salon business. I'm not behind the chair. I don't do hair. I own my own salon business. I love that. And that's how they should introduce themselves. So if someone asks what they do, that it starts there. And I would coach all of them to say that.
I love that. I mean, whatever their business name is.
I own Pink Hazel Salon. That's the suite we're sitting in here.
Yes.
I own Pink Hazel Salon. I've been doing it for a few years. And then they'll say, how long have you been doing it or whatever? And they begin to ask questions. If you tell them you just do hair, then they conjure up a haircut and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than a haircut.
That is huge.
It's huge.
And that gives them so much more credibility with the clients they're taking because they can see they're managing a lot of things. And I think there's some respect that comes with that.
In the coaching class, or in our coaching programs, when we do group, we teach everyone to say, I'm the founder. So I'm the founder and owner of Pink Hazel Salon. Mm-hmm. And that is huge. It's the truth. Mm-hmm. You are also a stylist, but you are the CEO and founder of Pink Hazel Salon. I've said Pink Hazel Salon. There you go. Tatum, you're welcome. And that's hugely important. And it'll really impact the shift over time about how you show up, how you show up in your business, how you show up for your customers, how you show up online, all those things. So I love that for mindset, and then the mindset matches who you are when you come to work. We talked earlier about dressing as your best client, showing up as your best client all the time. That's a mindset thing. Pretty soon it will become common. People who are dressed a certain way, no matter what way, are treated how they're dressed. Mm-hmm. And you want to be treated like the CEO, owner of your business. Mm-hmm. It is that. It's truly that.
As you're saying that, though, I'm thinking about like a lot of our estheticians and waxers, they wear scrubs. But they still look put together.
They do.
And they don't look like their clients because they're dressed in scrubs.
We want them to look like that.
But they look great.
They still have to have nice looking scrubs. They still want to have their makeup and hair done. The jewelry needs to be appropriate and branded. And maybe a certain color. But you do kind of expect to have a nurse who's in that kind of a practice have scrubs on. Sure. But it's an elevated look.
It is. Mm-hmm. And talking about that, I'm visualizing all of them. They wear it well.
They do. I've even seen them wear the sneakers, and they have the real pretty, colorful sneakers. And you can do that, and that's appropriate. It would be inappropriate to come in street clothes doing a procedure. So
I think that all of these things are already happening here at Utopia, which I'm very proud of. And not all of them, and not everybody's doing all of them, but we're doing really well.
Really are.
We have some really, all of our beauty professionals are very successful, and I'm super proud of that. But I think that it's good to hear because you can always learn something. I always pick up something, in there. That kind of goes back to continuing the education, reading the book. I can read the same book 7 times over. There's one that I have read 7 times over.
I'm with you.
And I pick up something different every time. And I think I just continue to fill in the gaps and improve.
Yeah. And the other thing is to, have people read. I know you've provided education into your pros here too, because, you're a business owner. You have to learn about taxes. You have to learn about, the legal things, you have to learn about, keep on top of the products and all of that. So it's a big deal. It's a business. It is a business. It's not it's not just a title. It is a business.
So let's we'll keep it very brief so we don't lose people, but let's talk about the one thing that nobody likes to talk about, and that is finances. Give us some quick, simple tips for beauty professionals, the things they need to be watching.
For beauty,
paying attention to.
I think that first of all, pay yourself first and decide what that looks like. And that is really important. Pay yourself first.
Okay, now you've got their attention. So now they're going to want to hear this.
Yes, pay yourself first and have it be consistent, have it be regular, and then put away money that isn't yours. So if you have taxes to pay, you're going to have to pay about 20% of what you make is going to have to go to taxes. So you put that into an account. And then
I love how you said it isn't yours.
No, it isn't. And when people say, I made this much, minus 20% for taxes.
Yeah.
So it isn't ours, and we have to treat it that way. Can get us into trouble if we try to invest in things and use money that isn't ours. So have an operating account. I think 20% of what you think you'll earn over a year's period is a good amount to have, so that when something does come out, or if you want to buy a device, or you need to spend $200 or $300 or $800 on a Dyson, and $600, $800 for a pair of shears nowadays, and you need money
On up.
and on up. So we need to have an operating account for those kinds of things, because we want to not have it be borrowed money, ever borrow money for something that you just need to have on hand. So I'd say those are pay yourself, put the money outside of your reach that isn't yours, and that's that 20%, and then 20% in an operating account. And then celebrate when you have your best month. Every time you have your best month, celebrate. Tell people, I want to thank all of my customers for the best month we had here at whatever salon. Thank you. It was a pleasure to serve every one of you. I am happy to see someone making money and being happy and taking care of their clients.
I love that. You took the most daunting topic and made it fun.
Yes.
And exciting.
Yes. Funny.
Good job.
Money is fun. I like to say, have fun, make money, have fun making money.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. What a great career to have, and what a great opportunity people have in these suites.
Yeah.
They get all the support that you give them, and they get to run their own business without all that other risk. Oh, it's great. It's a great opportunity for people in the industry, and they can stay, like you say, or they can skip and move on. This can be a jumping off point, but either way, it's great.
I agree.
Yeah.
So before we wrap, I want to say, first of all, this has been really fun.
It's been a blast.
I've been dying for you to get on my podcast and share all the things that you've taught me that I know will be beneficial to the people who work at Utopia, or anyone else who's thinking about going independent anywhere else. So super valuable. And you made it fun. You even made talking about money fun, which was just magical.
Good.
But this was also a fun day because you also have a podcast, and I got to be a guest on your podcast. So tell us a little bit about your podcast and where these people can find you if they want to buy your book, listen to your podcast, or reach out to you for coaching.
Okay, I would be happy to do that. My podcast is The Second Act Business Owner, and it's everywhere on all the places that you currently listen to your podcasts. And what I cover in my podcast is pretty basic stuff. Every week I give you real world advice that works in business. And I've had people call me and say, oh, that episode you did on sales, I didn't even think I needed to know about sales, and that was the best episode ever. But we are all in sales if we own a business, that's for sure. So find me there. The book will be out soon. I'm sure by the time you're seeing this, it'll be close to being out. If not, it'll be on Amazon, and it's the same title, The Second Act Business Owner. And then, of course, I have my coaching business, Action Coach Business Coaching, and you can find me, Google me there, or you can just call me at my cell phone number, 316-640-2193. Happy to have a conversation with you. And if it looks like maybe we want to meet up, I've got a strategy to find out about your business. I'll give you some paperwork to do. We'll come together and we'll see if we can make some magic happen for you. So thank you. Thank you for having me today. It was a lot of fun. And you did really good on my podcast.
Thanks. That was really fun too. Thank you so much for listening today. If you haven't already, be sure that you are subscribed on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss a future episode. And if you would be so kind as to leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, that would be incredibly helpful. It's one of the best ways to support your favorite shows. If you've already done so, thank you so much. Be sure to share this episode with a beauty professional who will be inspired by our conversation.
This show is part of the ICT Podcast Network. For more information, visit ictpod.net.